What's going on, everyone? Sean here from kryptonhga Investing, back with a crypto market update. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out the link down below to our call channel so that you don't miss any of our great calls. But hopping on over to CoinMarketCap, we have a crypto market cap of 2.36 trillion, 24-hour volume of 117 billion, a BTC dominance of 54%, and an ETH dominance of 16.1%. Now, one thing I did notice is that in the bear market, when we were in like the thick of the bear market, BTC dominance was at about 47%. ETH dominance was actually at about 20%. So obviously, I guess with the rise of Bitcoin, we're seeing a BTC dominance of 54%. So going up a good 8-ish%, and an ETH dominance actually going down, even though ETH is doing very well too. I know we had that market dump just now, but overall still way up compared to where it was in that bear market. I think we hit what, like $700 ETH, because I remember actually buying some at that price point. It might have been like $785 or something like that. But let's go ahead and check out the main cryptos that we follow on kryptonhga Investing, and we notice a pretty heavy trend. When I first started collecting this data, or first started looking at it today, this was actually all green. So we're seeing a heavy down the last 7 days on almost everything we follow, but an uptick in the 24-hour. So Bitcoin is still at 64,000. So yes, we had a drop, but overall still holding up very strong, just 4 days away from the Bitcoin halving roughly. ETH is still at 3,152, up on the 24 hours. BNB is still holding very solid at 561. We kind of had a dump yesterday, but it kind of rebounded. Solana is at 841. Hopefully it does make its way back up towards that 150. Dogecoin, one of my favorite investments, has been since I got into crypto years and years ago, is at 15 cents. Spent most of the bear market around that 6-7 cent mark. Kronos, another thing that I'm huge on. I love crypto.com. I love Kronos. They are trading just shy of 13 cents. And then my project, Operation Phoenix, which we'll touch on a little bit further in this video. They have a huge event going on today. We are up 3.17%, trading at 0.037 cents with our all-time high of 11 cents. So let's talk the upcoming Bitcoin halving. Some people may have never heard of it. Some people may have heard of it, but don't quite understand exactly what it is. Now, it's a huge event in crypto that happens roughly every 4 years. Now, what is it? The Bitcoin halving refers to the event that reduces the rate at which new Bitcoins are issued by 50%. The halving event occurs every 210,000 blocks that have been mined, or roughly every 4 years. So basically, when a block is mined, you get X amount of Bitcoin. In every 4 years, that X amount gets cut in half, but we are going to take a look at the history of exactly how it worked. Now, prior to 2012, you got 50 Bitcoin per block mine, which in hindsight of 2024 is absolutely wild to even think about. But in 2012, we had our first event. It went from 50 Bitcoins to 25 Bitcoin. Then we had our 2016 event, which went from 25 Bitcoin to 12.5 Bitcoin. Then in 2020, we had our 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoin per block, which is currently where we sit at today. Now, in just a mere days, we're going to go from 6.25 Bitcoin to 3.125 Bitcoin. So you might be asking, Sean, what does that mean? It just means that it is becoming more and more scarce. So right now, 6.25 Bitcoin per every block mine, and in just a couple of days, you're just going to be getting basically 3 Bitcoin. So it makes it more scarce. It makes people want it more. It makes it harder to get, which usually goes ahead and raises that value, which is usually why it kind of kickstarts that bull run, which hopefully we are just getting into. So for those that follow the channel, you know that I love doing token reviews. It's a passion of mine. I love reviewing them. I love researching them. I love watching the launch. I love seeing how many X's they do. I also like making money, so it's also a reason why I'm into it. But checking out the markets on that side of crypto, we have our DeFi market of 105 billion with a trading volume of 10 billion. So it's down 41%, but still overall 10 billion is a lot of money in that market. Some of our top gainers Here's the last 24 hours. Is Mantra up 24%, Tribe up 13%, Cream up 8%, and I guess you can say honorable mention, we have Radium at 7.76 since people know exactly what that is. Now in our meme market, we have a $48 billion market cap with $8 billion in volume, which is huge. In the bear market, these numbers were so much lower. So we have Cat in a Dog's World up 63%. So we've been doing a lot of cat meme reviews and stuff lately. Cat memes are really taking off. Super Trump up 37%, which doesn't surprise me at all. I think they're picking Trump's jury or something like that going on in the world today. Then we have Grok up 23%. So that's going to kind of do it for the DeFi market and for the meme market. Even though things are down, the volume is looking really good. So now that we did our market update, we went ahead and touched on that Bitcoin halving. Let's go ahead and highlight a couple projects. The first one I am invested in, for full disclosure. The second one I actually co-founded, again, for full disclosure. So the first one, we're going to be talking to UnityPad. Pretty basic concept. You hold and you earn. A fund investing for you into projects launching on top tier launchpad and VCs. So for so many of us, we get into crypto and we don't know what we're doing. We lose so much money, myself included, and probably pretty much everyone watching this video. So UnityPad kind of wants to do that job for you. So basically it's simple. You invest in UnityPad, they go out, they find the whitelist spots, they find the pre-sales, they invest, they take profits, and then they buy back and burn the token with about 35% of that. And I believe you get another 35% sent to you in rewards. So it's a very basic concept. You buy, you hold, they do all the work. So that is UnityPad. Hopping on over to Operation Phoenix, which I actually co-founded with my fellow YouTuber Squid Grow Joe, and we have our Launchpad Infinity Swap, which is going to be going live today with the very first project, which is going to be power to the people. So the PTTP token is a revolutionary platform designed to put power directly into the hands of people, enabling them to support initiatives, projects, and causes that promote empowerment and sustainability on a global scale. Now that does start in 6 hours and 7 minutes. We've given out tons of whitelists. There's a lot of hype around it. It seems like everyone wants in. So if you are whitelisted, I highly recommend that you show up at the time of the launch so that you don't miss your spot. If you're not, you can always show up in case the whitelist doesn't fill it up, which we may not have given out enough whitelists. I guess time will tell here in the next 6 hours, but if not, it will go public and then you would have your chance. But finally, to close it out, I do like to check out the Fear and Greed Index. We are currently greedy at 74. Yesterday, we were greedy at 72. Last week, we were greedy at 76. And last month, we were greedy at 81. So love seeing all that green here. Tons of green. The market's looking great. But that's going to do it for today's video. And until next time, trade safe.